I am pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, it's live.
Hi.
Oh my God.
Okay, we're back on my computer, so let's see what we can do here. Dolly, how'd you make that screen bigger, better?
No, I don't know. No, that's fine. That's okay. Hi, everybody. I hope you can see us. Say hello, please.
We're crying today. They changed the, we figured it out on my laptop. We haven't figured it out on Dolly's laptop yet. But what they did, they changed, what do they call it? A browser, and they updated the OS system. And it must have been something that we get automatic updates because everything is just all over the place. Anyway, we're so disheveled. Oh my God. Okay, but we're ready to get going. So I'm just going to put a link out there for everybody to join. And I'm going to check Paul. Are you there? Are you there? Somebody's watching. Somebody say hi. Let us know we're doing okay. We're just so excited we've gone this far. Okay.
Oh, what a start to a day, hey?
Oh my goodness.
We've got a couple of people on, and we're so sorry. What I'm going to do is, it's going to be recorded anyway, so you'll see it. But yeah, if somebody can say hello to us, we would be very, very grateful. Thank you very much. Right, I should start because we're not going to hold you up any longer. So today was all about making cards. Thank you, Karen.
Oh,
thank you, Yolanda. Thank you, everybody, that you could join us. We are so sorry, but the browser was updated, and we obviously don't get automatic updates on our laptops. So that's something we need to sort out. So today we've got 4 cards we're going to be working on. This is from the Fabrika Winter Melody collection. And as you can see some of you ladies have been very kind and bought the kits. Definitely, I know the crafty ladies of Kelowna. So we're going to be showing you. So this is one of the cards. Hi, Janet. This is the other card. So these are all from the Fabrika, and I know Pip's given the kits, but you can also buy in the UK, definitely buy the Fabrika Winter Melody book. So this is another one. So we're just going to be looking at 4. So, and this is the last one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a start, and I'm going to make all 4 cards today. So just very simple. So what we did was we obviously just took the white cardstock, which is roughly a 6x6, just slightly shy of a 6x6. So if you wanted to, depending on how big you wanted to make the front of your card, you could obviously do the backing. And obviously we've just gone down of an increment of about 0.25. So that gives you an idea. So let me start off with this one. So this is a Make-A-Wish one. Now your sentiments may vary, but generally the elements that you've already got in your kits, you will be able to use. So let's start off with this one. So what I do is I've got the cardstock, and you've got your backing sheet. So what you need to do now is you need to adhere this to your cardstock. So that's what you need to do first. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut down a cardstock just to show you exactly how that works. I'm just going to ask Pip to give me a hand with that. Yeah. But that's what we'll be doing first. Okay, so just get your. What do you need to do? So I just realised I haven't got the backing cardstock for this bit, so I just need to. Oh yes, we can get you a backing cardstock. It'll cost you. Here she is. It's been our technical guru this morning. Yeah, I get sorted and everything. Oh my God, what a gong show that was. How's everybody doing? Oh my God. Anyway, so you're going through the cards, what they're making today? Yeah, so I just need to cut the back of the back one. Yes, yeah. Yes, I know. I just want to say hi to everybody. So I dropped the kits off for everybody last week. Thank you. We've got so many more requests for so many kits, and we have so many cute kits that Dali's actually been working on. Apparently she's mixed media, but now she's gone to some amazing card making. Excuse my bird's nest here.
And yes, I'm going to go cut your backing paper. So when I drop the kits off, I let some of you know. Now, most of you have the identical kit, but because there was such a demand for these cards, some of them we just changed some of the sentiments, but they should pretty much all look the same. So if Dali's got something different, don't worry about it. When I actually gave you your kits, each actual card that, so say if it's like this, each card will have everything that belongs to match this inside. So yeah, be careful. But if they get mixed up, it doesn't matter because they all match anyway. I better go get her that backing card because otherwise I'm gonna get, yeah, something like that.
Did I do that live? Oops.
You did
right.
That live, yeah.
So ladies, so she's just gonna get a bit of backing. So if you've already got your navy blue here for our first card, so that's our card. There we go. Then we're going to get started. So basically you need to get the next backing sheet. Now you could use either side. It really is up to you. It really doesn't matter. Oh no, just putting funny faces in the background. So you could use either. So what I've done is, with the 4 cards I chose, I also chose, and it doesn't matter if you don't have this, it's just something I've done. I also chose a distress oxide or a distress ink or any ink pad that you may have. And what I'm going to do is, on all the elements, which are, whether it's the backing, whether it's the die cut that goes with this card, whether it's the sentiment that goes with this card, I am actually going to stand here and I am going to change these. Now I'm going to go to a different view, so you won't see me, but you'll hear me. And let us know by your questions. Pip will be answering any comments today, hopefully. And then just let us know what you want to see, or if I'm not showing something or I'm going too fast, which I have a tendency to do. So she's destroying the place, by the way. Okay, so I'm just going to move the computer down. Hopefully everything's going to be fine. And here we go.
I'll check for you, hon. Mundo perfecto.
Oh, got just gone to a different language as well. So I've got all my elements here. So you should have a backing sheet. And you should have this beautiful doily die, which is by Becky Seddon, which I use a lot.
We have these in stock.
And I've got the little die cut there. And then these are the die cuts I've actually have come with your kit as well. So you should have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. That's what you should have at this stage. And what we're going to do now is we're going to actually take all these 5 elements, and I'm just going to quickly just do the edges for you.
Is that for this one?
Yes. They should all be the same, roughly. Or mine are slightly different, aren't they? So all I do is I actually just take the little tool, dip it in, and I just do the edges like this. I find this so much easier, a lot more control if I am doing it the other way. So everybody's personal. Some people go like this. I actually find that I take up too much colour if I do that. So all I'm doing is just taking all of these. Basically, you're taking away all the white edges. That's what you're doing. So hopefully we're all going to be on the same page. Pip will start looking at the comments for me in a second. So there we go.
You can always watch it and then play later.
So there we go. So what we're doing is just doing all of this. So it all blends in really nicely. I've chosen blue. Now, if you wanted to do this all the opposite way, you could have done. Or even a combination. Everything works so well together. So here we go. My little one's missing his little head. So I've done all of those. Is that okay? Is that better? A little bit far. Got a bit of shadow from that light as well, haven't I? Maybe switch that way. Yeah, I think it's fine. That's fine, I think. It's a little bit dark in here, isn't it, again? I think it's just, do you want to put it here? Because I don't want a shadow, that's the only thing. That seems better, doesn't it? Right, so you should have all done those. Oh, I forgot I've already done, I forgot to do my big piece. It's not very clever. So again, just take your paper, take the edges, and I just like it this way. I know everybody does this different. And all you're doing is getting rid of that white edge. Very easy to do. Okay, so the next stage of this card is the navy. I'm going to take the navy blue. And it's just keeping this very, very simple. So if I just take that off you, the navy blue and the backing card clip. Thank you, sweetheart.
Can you grab a backing card from another one in the meantime? Oh, no.
No, because they're all different sizes, aren't they, mine?
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. Bless her. I didn't do the backing cards. Well, we don't need them. I just wanted to show at least one.
Yeah, no worries.
So what we're going to do now is we're just going to compile this together. So it's not going to be difficult. So just make sure that your squares are roughly right. So that's where I've got to with that. Now it's up to you if you want to use a wet glue or if you want to use a tape. Now what I tend to do is, if you want obviously your cards to last, you do need to use glue. But for
do you only need one? Yeah.
I won't even laugh. She's cut me a piece of card, guys. It's no bigger.
Okay, let me just chop this one down for you.
It's no bigger, but then you might have to chop this one down again.
What?
She's just ruining my card kit, really. So let's start assembling. That's the first thing for us to do. Let me take you back to the card that we've got. God, you just can't get the assistance these days. You really, really can't. So it's one of those days, I think.
It is one of those days.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the beautiful clock die and I'm going to position that on the middle of this. So
no,
thank
that's
you,
going to be too big.
Oh, God. Yeah, so you're going to have to just collect down. Seriously, she's trying to ruin my project. So let's stick the blue. Let's go back. We will be better prepared. Hey, let's put the blue card down first. So, thank you, sweetheart.
Let's see if it fits.
Let's see if it fits. Let me see. Oh,
smidge off this side.
Yeah, smidge off this side. Oh gosh. See, I did all the measurements and it was fine.
And I was whining.
And she was whining. Okay, ladies. So
here we go. We're good.
What I'm going to do is I'm just using tape just to make it a little bit quicker. What I would suggest is that you put glue on the four corners and put tape in the middle. So that will just help you hold down your card. So that's another way to do it, I find, is I just use a little glue just on the four corners. And if you wanted a little bit more, just do. And that way you've got the tape to hold it in the center. This is just my way of doing it. Everybody does it different. Some people use the tape runners. Some people use different things. So just rip off the tape off the back. There we go. We are getting there. So, and now we're just going to position that just in the middle. So just take your time and position. There we go. So now you've got the tape holding it. And you've got that all positioned. So that's your first layer. Your next layer is the layer where you've got the main design. So let's put that in the middle as well. So again, use the same technique. Now I just need to edge mine. So let's just edge mine because obviously somebody's destroyed it. That would be my sister, by the way. Right, that's perfect. So next stage is putting this one down. Now again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a bit of runner tape down the middle. Now if you wanted height in these, just put some, what do you call them, like poppers? Or I'm not sure what you call them. The raised bits. Do you have a name for those?
Pop dots.
Pop dots. So if you wanted it raised, you could do. So all I'm doing is I'm putting the glue on. And this is just a really nice way. This way, if your cards are exposed to heat or if they, get a bit rough and tumbled, this is a really nice way to do it. You've got the tape in the middle holding it, giving you that little bit of extra, and then you've got the glue on the sides to hold it. So then take the next layer and let's put that down. So let's put that way because then that fits better. There we go. So that's your next layer down. So they're really beautiful to make, and already that looks absolutely beautiful. So now the next layer is these little clock faces or big clock faces. Now just make sure your numbers are at the top. So the easiest way for me to do that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you know that. Obviously, if you know your Roman numerals, it's not a problem. Now, what I do with this is I'm not so fussed to stick it all down. So what I tend to do is when I put the doily die, which is going to go on the top like this, I just put a little bit of extra tape to hold down a little bit of the clock face as well. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm just going to take a little bit of tape through the center. It's a little bit extra. There we go. And again, we're going to use a little bit of glue on either side so it doesn't lift later on. There we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to position our clock face right in the center of the card. We're going to take our, are they all keeping up?
I hope they're all keeping up. There's no peeps on here. I'm just saying hi to everybody right now.
Okay.
How is everybody
So
doing?
we're centering that again. Doesn't matter if it's off center slightly. So they've been designed so they all work together. So there we go. Okay, so that's your next bit. Now what happens is this already has adhered itself. So that was the whole idea behind that. Right, the next thing is you have this navy blue centerpiece. So that needs to now go in the middle. So again, same technique that I've shown you. This way, I find it a lot easier. Center, a little bit of glue around the edges just to hold it down. And this is how I find it really easier to do. So everybody's different, like I've said. So this now goes in the middle of this. Now, and again, you can position it however you want to. You can raise it if you want to. There we go.
Everybody's concentrating on you, Janet said. That's why they're so quiet.
Is that right?
I just wanted to double check because I thought I'd post what this book is that we're using.
Yeah.
It's a Winter Melody, right?
It is.
Okay.
It is. It's just over there. 12? Yeah, it's just over there, isn't it?
Okay, perfect.
Just check it.
Yeah,
so this is your next layer. So let's put some little bit of glue. It's not a big piece, so let's put a little bit. So this is how I do my glue. So I just put it on the edges. Just use a little stick. I find that a lot easier. This is a Pentite Express glue, which I find really, really good to use. So let me center that one for us. So again, all your pieces will slightly vary. But you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. Now you could raise all these a little bit to give it a much more 3D effect. So there we go. The little doilies coming up. There we go. So the next thing is we've got this beautiful sentiment that we're going to put in the middle. Now you can cut it across or you can cut this piece down. So I'm actually going to put mine across because I quite like it like this. And again, you could raise this with pop dots or you could just do it as it is. So I'm just putting a little bit of tape on the back. And again, 2 little blobs of glue just to hold it where it is. There we go. So this is, for me, I'm going to put this across the center. Now, on the other card, we've made a smaller, I've just cut the edges on this one. But on that one, I'm going to do it like this because we've given you the die cut in a rectangle. But the next thing is, if you've got your little die cuts, is just to start shaping them. Not too much, you don't have to do too much. Now this is where I find the little pop dots. If you've got any pop dots, if you haven't, don't worry about it. It's just another way of doing it. Or a little bit, I know we get like a roll as well. There's lots of different ways of doing it. And all I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to put that down. I'm going to put a little bit of glue.
You know.
I'm not Paul again saying the light's awful. No, he's always saying that. So we always know when she brings the light out, we know who it's all about. So what we're doing is we're sticking the little poinsettia with the little glue dot just underneath. And again, if you want to do the same with these, you can, or you can keep it flat. It really is up to you.
Be really careful, Dolly, because I've got a plug behind you.
So I'm just going to use these as they are.
There we go. All right.
There we go. So then that gives you a little bit of movement as well.
That already looks a lot brighter.
Oh, brilliant. There shall be light.
There shall be light. Oh my goodness.
Is that better? Can you see what I'm doing now?
Said it's better than last week, so that's good.
That's a start. So I'm just going to take a little bit of tissue. Just to take off my glue. I've just moved it so much now. That's one of the things I don't like about glue. That's why the sticky tape. See, this is the first time I didn't use the sticky tape. Okay, so we've got this beautiful like Christmas. Okay, there we go. There we go. Perfect. So far that's what we've done. So that is exactly where I've got to as the card is. Okay, now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put some little bits of silver dots using the silver glitter pen by Pentel, and all I'm going to do is just take it where I think it's needed. So for example, in the middle of the poinsettia. Now you could go around your circle, you could do 4 corners, you could put gems on this instead. So right, I'll do a little bit of a recap on that for you. So I'm just gonna, you all right there, Pip? One there and one there.
I'm just sticking my hands in there.
All right, that's lovely, sis. Thank you. So, oh, this is sticking there.
This is yours.
Oh, thank you, Hen. So we've got this here, which is absolutely beautiful. And the one we've just created is here. So, and I've just kind of stuck my thumb into it, but that's okay. Pretend I didn't do that. And there you go. So you've got both side by side. I'm going to put them so you can have a quick look at those. So the whole idea was that we would basically build up the elements. So you have your cardstock, you have your mat, you have your decorative paper, then you have your die cut of the clock, you have your doily, then you have your other layer, and then your little flower doily again, and then your sentiment, and then your poinsettias in the corner. So hopefully you've been able to follow with me this card, and it's worked a treat for you. Now, all your next cards are all using the same concept. So the next one I'm going to do is the one, you'll either have best wishes or you'll have winter love. So it's a sentiment. And I love this. I love grey cardstock. So I'm absolutely in love with this. So again, a very simple card. And this one I've used like a pink. I've actually used, let me have a look which one I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the spun sugar. You could use any of the any sort of pink or even a grey if you want. Like there's a hickory one. You could even use that as well. So again, we've got all the elements. There's less elements on this one, but we've got, actually there's a few actually. Now ignore mine because I'm just using a piece of cardstock that we've got left. So mine's got a hole in it, but it doesn't matter to you. Right, so the next thing I want to do is just change over to the pink, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So let's go with this. So the first thing we want to do, as we did on the previous one, all your embellishments, which have got a white base, need to be coloured to bring them in to match. So one done. Then got this beautiful holly die cut as well. And again, very easy. So it's a really easy way to create cards, but very, very effective with all the layering, a little bit of distressing if you want to. Now, if you don't want to distress them, then you don't have to. And I'll just, that's fine. My little mat's running away with me. So now all I'm doing is exactly the same as I did previously. And because these are double-sided, you could change which side you're going to take. And again, just a little bit of touching it up. Okay, so not too much. So you've got that. So that one's done as well. So that's quite easy. So again, what we're going to do is the mat and layering. I'll keep that card there so you can see it. So take your grey mat and adhere that. I think my assistants decided not to give me any more cardstock today. What
would you like?
It's fine. I'm going to just show them what to adhere it to. So just adhere that to your white cardstock. So I'm just going to do the top layer. Okay. So then what you're going to do is adhere the next sheet. Ignore the fact that I've got a massive hole in mine. It does not matter. It's very special. So because of the kits and we wanted everyone to have one, we ran out. So this is why I have to use all the leftovers. It's how bad life's got. So let me just put this one down so that we're creating this backing here. But these 4 cards are just, you know, just make a start to something. So next thing you want to do is you want to take your beautiful clock face again to bring all of these into the same and center that. So don't worry, mine is slightly different. You're just going to have that, and then this is going to sit on the top. Okay, now we're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to take the back of this. We're going to take the tape. There it is. I nearly lost my tape. And I'm going to put a little bit onto the middle again, a little bit over so I can capture that clock face again. Take a little bit of the glue and just stick that on to the different sides. Hopefully everybody's watching. Hopefully everybody's okay. Pip's decided to run away. Yeah. Just can't get the staff. I've told you. Can't get the staff. So all I'm doing is taking the tape off. Oops. And
go slow down. Slow down.
Oh, slow down. Okay. So again, middle of this. So I'll capture it. Okay. So I can go through each step again. A bit higher. So oops. Then the next, she keeps moving me. And then the next layer will be the beautiful centerpiece. Again, a little bit of tape in the middle. So this is what I've done with all of them. I've stuck a little bit of tape in the middle, a little bit of glue on each side, and we're just basically making sure we've got everything in the right place. So let's go. There we go. So again, center it, and there we go. So on this one, you should have the grey mat on your cardstock. You should have the next layer of the beautiful watercolor paper. Then you've got the clock face. Then you've got the doily. And then you've got this baby doily, as I call it. I'm going to put some poppers onto my little sentiment just to raise it. And obviously you can watch this again when you rewind and watch it. So it'll still be there. And what we'll do is we'll upload it to YouTube as well so that people can watch it at their own leisure. Because I know sometimes on Facebook it just disappears somehow. Okay, so I'm just centering that. So you can see where I've got to with that. Okay. Then again, with your holly, what I tend to do is just crease the leaves in half, just to give it a little bit more definition. And these are lovely, lovely die cuts. And again, I'm just going to position that at the back. Okay. So again, I'm going to use dots to do that. And you can add some glue to that as well if you wanted to. If you want to keep it in there a little bit longer. So there we go. And again, raise your little doilies up. And here I'm going to use, I think it's called Blue Steel. Yeah. The 3D pen, which I know some of you ladies already have. And again, what I'm going to do with this Blue Steel, which is absolutely beautiful, is I'm going to just embellish the little berries with a little bit of Blue Steel. And there we go. I go too fast, I've been told. And just do the corners.
Every week she's told. And every week you don't listen to me and Paul.
And every week I don't listen. So you can just go in. So what I'm going to do is I'll recap while you all catch up.
Yeah. And I've posted pictures so people know exactly what it should kind of look like by
Brilliant.
it's done. Yeah, I did them this morning.
Thank you. Yeah. That's brilliant. So there you go. So there's another card completed. So what I'll do is I'll talk through this one while you're still doing yours. So grey mat onto your white cardstock. Then add your watercolor paper. Then add your clock face. then the doily, then the baby doily in the matte grey, and then your sentiment. And then finally your holly. And then if you want to, you can add some 3D dots. I've used rose gold on that one. I've used blue on this one. So just depends on what you fancy. So hopefully that has come through and you can see that. So there we go. So that's our second card done. Woohoo!
Very good.
Very, very good. So that's
Do you want me to set them to dry?
Yeah, that one's to dry.
To drop?
No, to dry. That one's to dry. God, she's awful, isn't she?
I like to have a sense of humour.
Okay, I'm going to let you all catch up. Do a little bit of
and we're going to go for a cup of tea. We'll be back in 10.
No, we won't. We're still here. Don't listen to her. Do not listen to her. She's a trouble causer. So hopefully we'll get my laptop back one day working. So that was a bit of a... I think a few people have had a problem. So I'm hoping that you're all caught up again. So far we've done this one. That was our first one. So cardstock, dark matte, paper, clock face, doily, matte, doily, sentiment, and poinsettia. Okay. The second one I've just done, or you're still probably completing, is again matte, decorative paper, clock, doily, matte, sentiment. So they all follow the same theme, different papers, different styles on these two.
Looks lovely, darling.
Thank you, sweetheart. Now we're going to do the third one, and all of you will have different sentiments. Some might have the same, but generally you will have all the elements, but some may have different sentiments or different hollies, but generally. So this one, I'm going to start this one, and mine are slightly different to yours, but I know that for sure.
Do you need a backing card, honey? A white one?
No, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll be fine, because I can show them that they need to stick it on, so I just show them here. It's fine. So we would just put it on the backing card like that. And you could, change it onto a different backing card. You could use it as as a mini album. You could do a mini album this way. So you need to stick your mat down. Okay. Now again, what I've said on all the previous versions is we need to get all our white elements of the cardstock and we need to colour them. So now I've chosen a green colour. So I'm going with more of a green distress ink. So that's basically what I'm doing. So again, don't worry too much. Like I say, you can watch the video and do it. So backing sheet, again, bit of distress. Doesn't matter if you've got an oxide, doesn't matter if you've got an ink, doesn't matter if you've got one of your other mates. It really does not matter. You can use some Lazurs if you want to. You can use absolutely anything, acrylic paint, anything. So first sheet, all done. Then we've got this circular mat, again, beautiful. And we can all colour this as well. All the edges. I mean, this, when I create, and you will all know this, it's about your personal touch. It's about something different. Now, I'm actually got another die cut here, which I'm going to use instead of the holly. So there we go. So I'm just going to colour this one in. And then I've got a slightly different sentiment. I've just got the word love on mine. So instead of the other one. So you may want to colour your Be Jolly, or if you've got a different sentiment, colour that. So again, exactly the same. Take your mat it onto the back of your card. Yeah. So then take the actual decorative paper and then put that on. So let's do that first. So what I'm going to do is, and you can have it either way, like I've said to you before, how I've done it all is tape. I have to slow down, and I'm so, I don't know what happens to me. I think how am I ever going to make a good teacher when I don't slow down?
We actually have a string behind her. We pull it and then we let it go. We just got to hitch that string, you know, that little thing that you get at the end? We got to hook that to something that doesn't move, that's stationary.
So basically we've got little dots coming on here with the glue again, which I really recommend. And then what we got is we're going to just lift that, take the tape off the middle. There we go. And we're going to stick this down. And there we have it. So that's your first layer down. Okay, there we go. Right, next layer, as on all of them, the clock. So let's go back to the center. So that's the center. In this case, you haven't got a doily, but you've got a circle. Okay, so that's going to sit across it. So you can look at how you want to position that again. What I do is I put the tape across, add a little bit of glue to the other bits. And you can embellish these afterwards as well if you want, after you've watched this bit. So it's really up to yourselves. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this in the center again. Okay, so you've got that. So that's your sort of next phase of your card. Okay. Then you've got the mat again. So we've given you another mat to center in the middle. Again, exactly the same. Tape, in my case, that's what I'm doing. Tape, and then glue on the edges. Okay. Been doing loads of card kits, lots of different ones. We've got some really beautiful ones coming up. So hopefully you can join us and follow us along. And there we go. So you've got this beautiful, now you've got, again, matte, decorative paper, clock face, decorative paper, matte. So they all follow a theme. So once you've done one, you'll be able to follow that theme. And I know Pip's posted loads of pictures today as well. So you can obviously copy from there as well. I mean, again, this is such a lovely book to work with. So I think I'm going to face them towards me this way. So there we go. There we are. So again, then I've got this little lamp here.
I know I say this, but they look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
But they look absolutely gorgeous.
They are beautiful. I mean, they have come out so nicely. Again, if you want, put your glue on. I know sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but you should really, because this will adhere them. And it allows you a little bit of slidey time as well. So again, just put that onto your card. There we go. And this is just going to sit over here. I'm not going to raise it too much because I've already got a little bit of raise from the actual card itself. So again, a little bit of this, a little bit of glue. Just take your time, enjoy it. If you can make one, you'll be able to follow all the others. So if you have any questions, message Pip or I, or you know, just write in, or even on the group, and we will help you and talk you through it. There we go. But they are just so beautiful, these cards. And then to finalize mine, I'm just going to put the word love just there. And with the love, I'm just going to put little bits of glue. There we go. Just a little bit here and there, just to hold this in. I know we've just put, I know not in the Canada site, but I know in the UK site, we've just got the Elizabeth Crafts tape in. But I know we're getting some stuff for the Canada as well. It's on its way. And we're going to be doing a video, doing the Elizabeth Crafts camera kit as well.
With your digital papers.
With my digital papers. So that's going to be interesting.
Fun. fun, fun.
We have got a Facebook Live tomorrow as well, haven't we?
Yeah, crafting with all brands.
Yeah,
crafting together with all brands.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's a great group to be a part of because they craft with all different brands.
That's right.
You get to see how different brands work.
Exactly. So we're going to use, I'm using this, and this is something you can do after the, once you've made all 4 and you want to have a look at them and decide what colours you want to use. I'm just using the red glitter pen here. I know lots of you have got glitter pens, 3D pens, other makes, so it doesn't matter. And I'm just randomly just doing this. There's no rights or wrongs. So we're just going through them and we're just picking those up. We'll post, I know we've posted the cards, we can post these ones as well. A little bit of red there, a little bit more there. And so there's another one done. So that's 3. So, because we've given you all the materials, because we've given you all the die cuts, because we've given you all the different elements, it's something that you can then put together quite quickly if you needed to. Lovely as a little set of cards, lovely as even a scrapbook page, mini albums, journaling. So there's lots of different things you can do with these. The papers are absolutely beautiful, really nice quality. And we've made it easier because we're especially in Canada, we put all the kits together for you. So it makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, it could take you a couple of days to do all of this, whereas now we've made it easier that you could actually do this in a couple of hours. Okay, so that's another one done. I'm going to hand this one over to Pip.
Thank you.
It's a little bit wet. So our final card is this one. Now, I've got just slightly different sentiments. Some of you will have different sentiments, but that's my final card. So beautiful. I absolutely love them. Love, 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 love. So, and I'm not a card maker. So for me to say that is pretty jolly. So let's start with this one. Again, you've got the same configuration. You always get your mat, which you're going to put onto the back of your card. Okay. That's your first bit. Then you get all your elements. You always get your background paper. You always get your clock face. And then you either get a doily or you get a flourished die cut. And then you get your elements. Okay? Elements may vary, your sentiments may vary, but generally you will have all of that. So again, choose a colour. Now on this one, I've chosen a brown because we're going to go with the browns. And I'm going to do everything in brown. And I've actually cut it, let it snow, so in pink, so just on this occasion. So, again, put your mat down onto your cardstock. That's your first step. Okay. Then take all your elements and colour them in whichever distress oxide, distress ink, or anything that you want to, that you feel. So the way I do it is I take the edges. So we've done this for all of the different cards. So just go on the edges, just a little bit, choose a colour that you want to use. You could use slightly darker brown, you could use a pink on this, you could use a turquoise even. So it really is up to you. And then just go around the edges. And I prefer to do it this way because I feel like I have more control. And I do that to all the elements that I've done. Okay.
Deborah loves it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I'm just taking a little bit of this to this. Now, if you find this is a little bit fiddly, you can, what I sometimes do is I just go in and I can stamp it like that as well. With the harder cardboard, you've got a little bit more control. So it's just nice sometimes to make, I know it's not Christmas yet. I do, but at the end of the day, it's, something we start to get ready. I'm always behind. So this was really good for me to get ahead of the game. Now I've got a few cards made. Okay, so this is where we come back to all our mat and layering again. So you've already should have put your mat on the back of your cardstock. Okay, so there we go. So that's going to just go on the back there like that. Then what we're going to do is, pretend I've done that, is I'm going to take my clock face again, which is what I've done with all of them. And I find it easier just to put that down. Before we do that, so I don't forget, you do need your page. I nearly forgot. So see, even when you've been doing it, I've done it 3 times, 7 times actually. So there we go. So what we're going to do, same technique that I've been using. I do the tape through the centre. It's beautiful even on the other side. So
I know it's hard
so
to use.
It's hard to use. So because you could have used that side. Oh no,
well, it's so pretty.
So pretty. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the dots in the middle. You need to let us know what you want to see, what you want us to be doing, what you either got products at home that you bought from us that you want us to teach you. You need to tell us because we can't be mind readers. So all I'm going to do is then position that. So it's in the center and put that down. And again, that's your next layer. Okay. On top of that layer is now the clock. So again, position your clock. And you could have this to the right, to the left. It's up to you. If you don't want to use it, you don't need to use it. But because the whole design has been based. And again, we want to have the tape slightly over so that we can stick the clock face without having to actually physically stick it down, which is what I've done with all of them. Again, I could have used the papers the other way and it would have still worked. So if you want to do that, have your card slightly different to mine, then that's okay as well. Let's put a little bit of glue on this again. There we go. And stick that down. There we go. So if you find your clock face is slightly moving and you want to put a little bit more into that, then you can always stick a little bit more down the sides. Okay, so I've got a little bit of an embellishment here that I've matte and layered. I need to matte and layer, so let me just stick that down. So now we've got the backing card onto the white cardstock, got the decorative paper, you've got the clock face, you've got your doily in the middle. Now we're going to add the elements. So again, as I've always done, tape, glue, tape, glue. That's what I do. So here we go. There we go. So I'll add a bit of glue to that as well so that you can get the bottom bits and the top point down. There we go. So my little cozy home. It's such a nice pad. I mean, we've made some more cards out of it since. So, and again, I'm just going to stick that there without actually having anything behind it, like a popper. So again, let's put a little bit of glue on that if you want to, but I'm quite happy with this one here. So now I've got one element there. I've got my little holly as well, a baby holly here, which I'm going to stick just at the top here with a little bit of tape. There we go. So there's just so much you can do with this cardstock. This is just one way of using it. So, you know, look at cardstock, look at it in a different way. And there we go. So we've got some really lovely, I'm hoping everybody is all right. And then I'm going to put my Let It Snow. Then I'm going to sort of put it in the middle is nice and over. So again, on this one, because it's quite fine, I'm going to just use the glue on bits of it.
Gail didn't get a doily for her last card. Which doily do you think she's missing? I bet it's
the last card. There isn't a doily on it. It's just a flourish on the last one that I'm using. It's just a flourish. So there's should be only 2 doilies in the kit, the big doilies. And there's the little circle. So unless we've missed it by accident.
No.
So it should be 2 big doilies.
And a round kind of flourish. Yeah,
so you've got the green and the brown have just got a round circular flourish. They haven't got the doily. The blue and the grey have got the doily. So that's what we've got for those. So that should be okay. Some little people are around. So all we're doing is we're just sticking this down, and we're just making that. Just make sure. We're very sorry it took us so long to get started today due to technical difficulties. That's the browser. So, but that's great now. So that's the last one. So has everybody, I don't know if everybody's kept up.
I think everybody's loving it. I think there's so many nice comments. I've got to figure out Gail's doily. Other than that, we're doing really good.
So, well, this way, this way, this way. So you can see that we've got another one. So a slight different interpretation of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to recap on all 4 cards.
Brilliant.
For a start, and then I'm going to show you how to do the folder. Oh, I've got to, sorry, I'm just handing that over. I'm going to just finish it off with some rose gold.
Make it pretty.
So that it can dry. So while you're all sticking down, I'm just adding a little bit more touches, which is something you can do afterwards. This is the rose gold. And I just think it just adds just a little bit to your cards. You don't need a lot. And you just add a little bit. And I think I'm quite happy with that one now as well. So, wow, as they say. So again, very simple, all done. Right, so I'm going to go back through the cards and tell you what you should have got and how they all work. So we started off, I'll give you a few minutes just to finish off what you're on, and I'll tidy up a little bit. Let you finish off what you're all on. Okay. So that one needs one of those black popper things on the back one. I don't know.
Oh no.
The rest are all okay. I can. Pip says, "Oh, she wants to see me. Oh my God,
you look so pretty, and I look like a mess. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. So, first card we all started with. So you get your cardstock, you get your mat, your navy blue mat. You get your decorative cardstock, I'm going to call it. You get your clock face, which you put down as your next layer. You put your bigger doily. And you get your mat again for your circular. And you get a little baby, what I call a circular flourish. And then your 2 sentiments. So that's your first card. And I know you've all done that. There might be some slight variations, but I know you've all been working on that. And I've added some silver glitter pen. This one was either Winter Love or Best Wishes. And again, you get your cardstock, you get your mat, you get your, Pip's moving the actual trolley now, just made my life difficult. You get my,
I'm still working on the lady.
So then you get the clock face, then you get the bigger doily, and then you get the little flourish, and you get your sentiments. And again, same technique, layered. I use a little bit of sticky sided tape, double-sided tape, and glue to do all mine. And then you get your little sentiments. Again, so the next one I did, be jolly, or let it snow, or whatever. Again, you get your cardstock, your mats, then you get your decorative paper, you get your clock face, you get a big circular die with this one, and you get 2 of the flourished circular dies. And there's a mat and a topper, and then you get the 2 sentiments in there as well. And I've embellished that with the red glitter pen on this occasion. Finally, I did the brown one. And so on this one, again, you get the cardstock, the brown mat, the paper, the lovely die cut, and then you've got just the 1 centerpiece on this one. And then you've got the 2 sentiments. So you've got the sentiment and the 2 pieces that go with it. So again, so you've got this beautiful brown one, which I edged with tea dye. I edged this one with like a forest green. I edged this one with like a spun sugar, pinky color. And then I edged this one with like a faded jeans. So, excuse me, those are my four cards. Then you also all got a beautiful little folder to put them all in. Yay! So what you really need to do is, I'm not going to do this, you need to just make sure you've got your folder.
It's all been scored and cut to size.
Pip's actually cut and scored it to size, not me. And basically you get your ribbon. You also get a tag. Oops, a bit higher. Tag, and you get your twine, and basically any bits to do your insides. So what will happen is I'll let you do that yourself. So all I've done, 3 pieces, stuck them down with glue and tape. And what I've done is then I put the little pockets. So there we are, putting them in my little pockets. There we go. So 2 on each side. Fold them up and give it a little knotted tie here. And then they all sit there really, really, really beautifully. So then you can see when I hold it out, there they are.
Well done.
That's the project for today. So hopefully, if you've got any questions, if you're missing anything or you're not sure, but you can mix and match all these cards. It's not a problem.
But I wanted to.
So thank you very much, everybody.
And thank you. Sorry about all the technical difficulties. So this book, I did post this. It's the 12 by 12 Winter Melody by Fabrika Decoru. They have an amazing range. And when I first saw them, I was like, I don't know. But now that Dali's worked with them, I'm really excited and so in love with them. But we do have another Christmas card kit. Probably not going to post it right yet because we've got so many other card kits that are kind of springy like that we want to do. And we all know Christmas in July comes around. But I just wanted to show you that was a couple. How many pages did you use out of the 12 by 12? 3 or 2? How many was it?
About 3. About 4, 3 maybe max.
So we used another 3 cards, I think, here. Same concept. And I just wanted to show you how gorgeous they are. This is from the same book. So you have this one with a Merry Christmas ribbon on it. Oh. And Dali actually did.
No video.
Where does it say no video?
Well, it says no video.
No, we're good. He might be having technical difficulties, okay. But we'll carry on. We actually did a masculine card. How gorgeous is that? There's a die cut on top. So these will all come with a kit. I'm just loving these. And this is from, these ones right here are the actual die cuts that come with the book, if you get them. And then obviously this is a die cut by Becky Seddon. So different elements. I just wanted to show you what kind of different cards we can make. And I always save my favorites till last. Dali's done such a great job. I can't believe this is the same album that we created from today. How cute are these guys? Oh, I'm in love with these guys. And then this one actually, I don't know how well it's going to show up. This one actually has an acetate on it.
It does show up.
Yeah. It has an acetate on it that actually is embossed with these golden snowflakes. It's my favorite card that Dali has made out of this set. So I just wanted to show you that how far that scrapbooking album goes in terms of its versatility, that the themes work with each other really well, and different die cuts. Sometimes you can get a scrapbooking album and it's very focused, and it will have certain pants, and they're not very versatile.
So
these are
6 beautiful cards with all the embellishments, with all the die cuts, with all the backing papers, with everything done, just like we did with the first kit, but 6 of them. Yeah. So we've got a bit of masculine going on in there. We've got a little bit of vintage going on in there. Got a very traditional Christmas going on in there. But it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and I love the masculine card. I don't think there's enough masculine Christmas cards.
So you will get all of that. I don't even know how many elements that is. It's hundreds. Yeah. So that's card making.
That's card making for today. And that's card making. We'll do more card making. We've had so many requests to get some card kits, different card kits made constantly. So we're going to do that. And Dali, stop fiddling around because you're throwing me off.
Oh, okay.
Bad child.
That's what we do to Dad and Mum.
So we decided next week we're gonna go back and do. Oh my goodness! Look at that hair. Look at it. We're gonna go back. She looks so pretty today. I think I'm feeling a little bit of a complex.
This is my mum's top because I'm still here in Canada.
Yeah. She raided my closet last week for the live, so this week it's hers, Mum's. So we're gonna just go and do a little bit of mixed media next week, and I think Dali, you might end up actually doing this because actually usually we trade. I do one week, Dali does the next week, but I think Dali might be up again next week because she got ahead of me in creating some projects. So this is going to be the kit for next week. We will be putting it up. It starts with this very plain Jane birdcage, which has where you can little hang notes of it, and then you can hang it up or put it up in your garden or wherever you will. There's 2 styles. You will get one randomly, depending on how many we have left. So there's a square one. If you would like to request a certain one,
be quick,
and you're quick, you'll get that one. So there's a kind of roundy one, and then there's a kind of squarey one. Now this is just an MDF, right? Is it squarey?
Yeah, so technical.
Squirrely.
It's more rectangular, by the way.
Da-da! This is what Dali's done to it. And you can't really see all the details on it. Oh, move the table. But this is got, oh, there you can. At the top, you can kind of see all the colors and details, and you can't see the texture on it, but the leaves are actually, oh, there you go. So you can see right here, and then you come here, all the lumpy texture that she's created on it, and she's still working on it. Like I said, she's ahead of me. She will complete this hopefully today or tomorrow.
We will be posting
No pressure. And then we will post and kits will be delivered again before Tuesday for everybody here. So that's it. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, leave us questions, leave us comments, let us know what you want to see. If you want to see more card kits, you want to see more of me.
Or me.
Let us know. We love having you guys here. And thank you so much. Sorry about the technical difficulty. Just in case any of you guys want to do any live videos, just so you know, you need to get Chrome Beta because your Facebook camera and microphone will no longer work with the old Chrome browser. And there was also an OS system upgrade that came about last night for all you Mac users, and we're both Mac users. So anyway, some technical jargon there. It's all online. You can figure it out. We did all right. We figured it out in about half an hour. We did okay. We still got to figure out Dali's laptop. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock Canada time.
Yeah.
Which makes it 7 o'clock UK time. We've been invited by the lovely Tracy Jones to do a live for crafting with all brands. Now, if you're a part of that group, which I know some of you are, because you've already reached out to us, we are actually, you can download free digital papers that we're using, and Dali's looking for her book. It's right up there where the rest of the journals are kept, Dali. So yeah, if you're part of that group, crafting with all brands, no, it's not there. She's done something with it. Crafting with all brands. You can download the 2 digital papers that we're using for free. And then what you can do is go along and create with us. We're creating a journal cover like I've done before, and then Dali's creating this beautiful journal page. I'm gonna let Dali come here because chances are I'll find it and she can't find it. Come here, little one.
Okay.
Come and talk to everybody. Tell them what's going on.
Okay, so I'm going to be, so if you've already got products for next week, I'm going to be using the Rust Effect set, the Moss Effect set, and the Patina set.
You can show my journal. Oh, maybe we can do this next week. Oh, I forgot about this. We can do this a week after. Maybe we'll decide.
We're going to do, so Pip just wants me to show one of hers now. So Pip has been designed this, which is actually one of my favourite journal pages she's done so far. So we are looking at doing this as our Facebook Live as well. But so we just wanted to show you this. I think if you go to Crafting on All Brands or on our Dali Art Market or Pip Art, you will see the journal and the digital papers. We can't find it. We don't know what we've done with it.
Did you take it upstairs?
I don't think I did. It could be anywhere. So we're going to go and have a look for it. I had put it under a box, the grey box that you lifted, and put it underneath it to keep it flat.
It's not here.
Okay, so everything is good, and we would love to see you next week. So Pip and I are going to say goodbye for now, and I hope you can join us tomorrow at 11 and 7 in the UK, and we will be doing a journal cover and a journal page. And it looks amazing, and you can have a look at that on our Facebooks, or go into Crafting Together with All Brands. You can have a look at it there. So we will see you all next week. You're going to come and say goodbye, Pingo?
Yeah, we can even post a picture. We can post a picture when we find the book. I didn't find it either.
Well, we've got it already posted there.
Do we have it already posted?
Yeah, it's green and orange.
Yeah, and that's on Crafting Together with All Brands, though, right?
Yeah, and so we've shared it on our...
Oh, you have? Well, I have to share it. Maybe I didn't share it. Oh, I did share. Yeah. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate all the comments today. I'm just going to check if there's any last comments. So happy this is my laptop.
I wasn't allowed to do that a minute ago.
Bye, Pip. Bye, Janet.
Bye, everybody.
Want a set of those for sure. It must be the birdies, and that's Gail. Gail will set aside a set for you. So get them quick, because it might be the cards. It might be the cards, Gail. I'll message you after I've had my cup of tea.
Yeah,
and maybe a bite to eat.
Thank you, Janet. Bye for everybody. Really appreciate you all joining us. Bye.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Gonna end it.